Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Hey, what's going on, family? This is Ty from No Picks Podcast.
What's up, family? Joe, No Picks Podcast.
All right, so check this out. I saw this clip from TikTok today, and I thought it was really interesting. I thought we should react to it tonight, and I'm gonna pull it up right now. And I'm not even gonna give it no backstory or nothing. Just dive right into it.
Let's do it.
Being black is now an accomplishment. And so just as the ways I could specialize in being female if I wanted to, but I know for a fact that being female is not an accomplishment. Being gay is not an accomplishment, but you can specialize in being gay. That gives you extra points. And now the biggest points is being trans, and that gets you to the top of the status ladder in high school. It gets you attention. And so it's asking a lot of people to give up an easy ticket for success and status and privilege, which is what being a minority is today. And the weird thing is the majority culture plays along with this and is willing to completely demonize itself, I would say, without any justification today. In the past, yes. If you want to talk about white supremacy and it's 1930s, 1940s, 1950s America, yes, that was true. And it was heartbreaking. Being black is now an accomplishment. And
all right. So I saw this. I thought it was interesting as shit. I thought you and I would have a lot to say about this conversation. What do you think, bro?
Well, all right. So you mentioned a couple things, but we'll stick to the first one she mentioned, which was being black is an accomplishment now. Do I agree with that statement? Is being black in today's age some kind of accomplishment? I feel like, I don't know, what exactly does that mean? That we're like we celebrate people just for being black, or break down what exactly, before I comment. What do you think like her overall message was?
I think so my perspective on it is that like all right, so I've mentioned this before in the pod, but like it's like whoever the biggest victim is gets the most points in society.
Okay, that I agree with. Yeah, that I agree with.
Like being black is that's a form of victimhood, right? Being a female is a form of victimhood,
right?
Being a black female is a form of victimhood. She mentioned being gay is a form of victimhood. Being trans is the ultimate form of victimhood right now. So whoever is the biggest victim is supposed to get the best leeway. So the biggest victim can say the craziest shit against the other group of people,
right?
And everybody's supposed to look the other way because you're supposed to be like, well, you know what? Well, he is black, or he is trans, or he is gay, or she is a woman. So let that slide.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. See, so when you put it that way, it definitely makes more sense, and I agree with that. And our biggest thing here, we hate victim mentality. We hate people who because we believe that if you have a choice, you can't be a victim, right? That's something that we've said on previous episodes. If you have a choice, you cannot be a victim, right? Because you can choose to do better or do something different. You know what I mean? You can change. You have options. But I do agree that this victim status is like, man, like it's like the victim Olympics. Like everybody's trying to figure out who's the more oppressed. Oh, I'm a white woman. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm a black white woman, so I'm twice as oppressed because now we got intersectionality. So now I'm triple oppressed.
Black,
if I'm
white
gay,
woman.
If I'm a lesbian black woman, I'm a woman and I'm black and I'm gay. So now I'm triple as oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, like the shit is like exponent. You can multiply the shit now. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, right? But that's really where it's at. Like, I feel like it's the struggle Olympics. Like people are just trying to just compare their oppression and see who's the most oppressed. Yeah. And then the ones who society deems as the most oppressed gets more brownie points or gets more privilege, gets to cancel like people for saying certain words, gets to censor comedians. And so in that regard, bro, you know what? All right. So from that angle, I agree with Shorty, bro.
Yeah.
From that angle, I agree, and I don't stand for that, and I think it's BS. I do, and even like, and what's crazy? Things like DEI, that perpetuates that mentality, right? Because it's like, oh, we're gonna give you the job just because you're black. We're gonna give you the job just because you have because you're. I was gonna say it bad, but because you're a woman. Oh, you're trans? Come and take this position. Oh, you're this? Come be the pilot of this plane. So like, it's true. Like because you are a certain status, you are awarded privileges, you're given access, you're giving privileges because of your victim status. And in that sense too, yeah, being black is something that can sometimes be celebrated. Being some kind of minority is being celebrated.
Yeah.
And it's rewarded somehow, and it makes people entitled. It makes
Right.
those people feel entitled. It makes them feel like they're untouchable, like they can do and say what they want. It also gives them this inflated sense of
Yeah.
ego. Um,
Yeah.
no, I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. And
Yeah.
she did the right thing by saying, like, in the '60s, of course, it was different time. You were actually
Right.
oppressed. You were living through actual slavery, through Jim Crow.
Yeah.
You were getting
Yeah.
hosed. The dogs was
Yeah.
biting you. The hound. You was getting beat with
Yeah. Yeah.
batons. That was, we get it. But like
That was real
now,
shit. Yeah.
you want to still cling on to that. You still want this like victim status. No, yeah. Back then, she was basically saying it made more sense, but now, like, no, like now, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you
Yeah.
don't get to flex that now. Not that it's a flex,
No.
you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm a victim. That's not a flex at
Yeah.
all. I'm sorry. That's the opposite of flex, bro. That is not a flex. People really think it is, and it's
Right.
wild. Um,
Right.
yeah, yeah. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Listen, I love everything she said because it was just true, bro. Like it was like all
Yeah,
like the the thing that she mentioned that you didn't talk about at all was the fact that she was like, yo, like for whatever reason, the dominant society will consume this and like cannibalize itself over it.
yeah,
So say like, because women, like, so say like take white people, right? Say white men, white women, right? Women are the inherent victim, right? As far as society goes, as far as white men. So white women versus white men. White women win because they're the victim because they're women, and men are white men are white men. But white men will still go along with this shit. So for some strange fucking reason, bro, like white men will still say, "Hey, like this is true. Like all these people are victims, and we're the assholes because we made these people victims based off like when she mentioned she was like, yo, she was like, it's in a weird way the dominant society will accept it and cannibalize itself over it, and that's fucking
right,
true.
right.
And
No,
I don't really understand why. Like I don't understand why. I guess it's like survivor's guilt or some shit like that, right?
It's
Like it's
it's
like
it's definitely guilt. It definitely comes from a place of guilt, right? And we've talked about this in different episodes. Like we specifically talked about white guilt and how we're just like it's BS. Like white guilt is BS. It's
right,
not productive. It doesn't change anything. I
right,
save your tears. Like I don't care about that. You know what I mean? You should and also you should not hate your race or be embarrassed of it because of what your ancestors did. You know what I'm saying? Like that guilt
right,
serves no purpose. Like it does initially. When you acknowledge it, you understand, you accept that things happen, but like if you carry that with you to the point now that you're like making yourself look stupid around minority groups or
right,
other people, or
right,
like bending over backwards for them because you have to give back somehow, like then that for me that's too much. Like
right.
you know what I mean? So that can happen, but yeah, society will cannibalize itself. It will eat itself alive. This is ridiculous, bro. Think about so remember Caitlyn Jenner when she was awarded Woman of the Year? She
Right.
was so brave and Woman of the Year because she decided to come out as trans. And it's just like, what about her coming out as trans
Right.
gave her the gave made you think that she should receive award for Woman of the Year when there are actual biological women who go through struggles and have their own things happening? And once again, I
Right.
feel like I'm perpetuating it. Now I'm doing the struggle Olympics, bro. Now I
Right.
mean, now, is this the game, bro? Now I
Right.
got sucked into it without even knowing. Now I'm like, damn. Now I'm doing it right now. I'm in the Matrix, bro. Damn, this is wild. No, but I agree with it, bro. And look at where we are as a society now, right? Now we've removed judgment, we've removed shame. Now we've, changed parenting. Now we have gentle parenting.
Right.
Now we have, I'm not going to raise my son or my daughter or my children with pronouns. I'm just going to
Right.
let them decide. Now we have, like just everything is like so open and free spirited, and men are weaker, men are more
Right.
feminine.
Yeah.
Masculinity was considered toxic, so now men are like have taken it back, and now some men are just like super feminine and
Right.
like just less masculine, I should say. Like it has changed society, but I feel like it's made us overall weaker. I really think it
Take
has.
take women and trans women as an example, right? So you got women here, you got trans women here, right? The bigger both of these groups are oppressed groups, right? So they're victimized groups, right? So they both get points, right? But the women get less points than the trans women because the trans women are winning right now as far as like the point system go, right? They in
Yeah.
first place,
Right.
right? So women, like trans women, can talk shit about women about I don't know, cis women, right? So trans women can talk shit about cis women because they're the better, they're the more recognized victimized group.
Yeah.
So they can call them bleeders, they can call them breeders, they can
That's wild.
say all types of shit about them
That's
because
wild.
they're considered to be more victimized than women. And if a cis woman says like, no, like we don't want y'all in our bathroom, that cis woman is an asshole and a bitch.
And crazy how they call it. They can call us cis this and cis that, right? That's how much power they have now that they can just redefine what we call ourselves now. And now we're in this special little box. Now we have a label for them. And it's like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just a man. I'm not a cis anything. I'm just a man. Like,
right.
No, you're right, bro. And it's so interesting. I listen to YouTube. Alphabet community, we're not trying to get canceled. We're not homophobic. We're not transphobic. Let you live and live your life as you see fit, right? We're just talking about how these dynamics have shaped our current society, and we just don't. We feel like in some ways we have got. You know how we said we try to fix things from the past. We made mistakes in the past. We tried to correct them, but then we overcorrected, and now we gave these demographics of people who were victims, like genuine, actual victims of certain things. We gave them so much power and privilege, and now they feel like they're just this super protected class. Now they can be. Now they feel like they can bully us. Now they can do. And it's kind of like they gave too much power to them, and now society is just like a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I don't think that
absolutely.
I think that really hurt us as a society. And I do think we will we will cannibalize ourselves. I think that's a great way to put it. And that's already happening, bro. It's already happening.
The society expect white dudes out of everybody else to just like destroy themselves. Like white dudes in every single way possible should like just kowtow and cater to whatever the fuck anybody says that's a more victim than they are. Because the only group that's not a victim are white men.
Which is crazy because they have such high rates of not just suicide, but like opioid addiction. A lot of them are heavy on government assistance because they live in abject poverty in rural areas. Like poverty's not just in the cities. Poverty's in the rural areas. We got the trailer parks. We got like the places in Arkansas and Nevada with the freaking dust clouds. Like poverty is all over the country. And remember, white people are still the majority as far as the demographic. That might change, but their birth rates are declining. But like they go through a lot. Like they struggle just like everyone else does. Like we've talked about, this idea of white privilege. Yeah, it might be a thing that exists, but like white people are still struggling. Like the white people at top who control everything and out of the bread and in these positions of office and government, they might be doing really well. But like the average man is out here bumping and grinding just like we all are to try to make that dollar and try to make ends meet. So they're struggling too, but they're not allowed to voice their struggle. They're not allowed to voice their plot right now because, oh, you're white. You have privilege. You just shut up. And it's like, that's not okay. That's when I feel like we overcorrect too much and it's a detriment to society because then it just I don't it's foul, bro. It's foul. Like I hurt for them too. So this is an interesting clip, bro. Like I don't want to say too much to like offend people. I don't know if we've already offended people, you know what I mean? Like but like
did, bro.
Probably, but that's never our intention, y'all. Like if we're tripping, please let us know. But like I don't know. You got any other thoughts on this?
Fuck y'all.
He said
fuck whoever. Like anyway, let us know what y'all think, family. Like, comment, subscribe. I mean, listen, we moving up in the algorithm. We moving up in the subs, bro. We were supposed to do our 1,000 sub thing.
I know, bro.
We both busy. I get it.
I know,
we got things going on. All right, listen, family. Till next time. Definitely comment. Bernie Bro Joe here for the smoke. Myself, I'm a little too sensitive for that shit. But until next time.
Till next time.